All right. It is Saturday, November 5th, 2022, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. Oh, gosh. Heaven forbid I turn my head, freezes the video. It's so dumb. Come on, Middletown. Let's get it together with the technology here. It's Verizon. It's not Middletown. They have nothing to do with it. Verizon. Put up another tower or something. Come on, bro. It's about 10 o'clock here. By the time I post this, this game might have already started. It's the Henlopen Conference Championship in field hockey between the Delmar Wildcats and the Cape Henlopen Vikings, the marquee matchup of the year. And that's not to insult anybody else who's going to get to play those teams in the upcoming Division I and Division II state championships. It's just that these two teams have won the Division I and Division II state championships for like the last 5 or 6 years. So, Delmar risks its undefeated record at 15-0 against the Vikings, who are 14-1. They're only lost to Delmar earlier in the year. That game's happening at Lake Forest. A couple other championships today in cross country, the Henlopen Conference Championships at Killens State Pond, and the Newcastle County Newcastle County Championships in cross country at Winterthur. So I can't go see any of them after I'm done here. I have to eat, of course. I'm a little anxious right now because I wasn't able to have second breakfast yet. I have to head to New Milford, Connecticut to do a show. What kind of show? My stage hypnosis show. This is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience for a party or an event that you are having, consider my stage hypnosis show, like these folks in New Milford, Connecticut have decided to do. Bring me up there to perform. MarshalManlove.com is where you can find information about my shows, including lots of highlights. We're going to work a little backwards today. We're going to take a look at the second round of the state volleyball tournament, part 2, the games that are going to be contested today. And the first one we will make note of is between the number 1 seeded Smyrna Eagles, who will host the number 16 seeded Delaware Military Academy Seahawks. The Eagles are 15-1. The Seahawks are now 10-6. The Eagles are coached by Dan Wanless. Anyone who's paid attention to this program over the last few years that he has built could certainly think that this time was going to come for the Eagles. They were the team that snapped St. Mark's 42-match win streak this year. And other than a tough 5-set match to Carabel, which they lost, they were unstoppable, winning matches against a couple of programs for the first time ever in their program history. They're led by outside hitter Anna Richardson, who's just a junior. And also from the outside, Elise Carter. She provides another weapon for sister setters Carolyn and Abby Osborne. There's Carolyn. There's Anna Richardson. A shot of Elise Carter, the senior. Carolyn providing most of the opportunities for kills. Mia Schultz provides more height at the net at middle blocker for the Eagles. The Seahawks beat Dickinson in the first round in straight sets. They are coached by Nikki Kinnear. Sophomore Emily Tronkowski does the bulk of the setting, and she has a variety of choices to set, with Morgan Joffrey recording the most kills. McKenna Van Horn led the team with 11 kills against the Rams in the first round. And sophomore Kate Hines is the libero, who had 20 digs in round 1 to add to the 305 she had during the year. I counted them. I'm still not sure why I decided to count only her digs. Of everybody in the tournament, for some reason, I picked Kate Hines and added up all her digs. I'm a weird dude, man. What can I say? Yes, I am. I'm a hypnotist for a living. Of course, I'm a weird dude. The number 9 Tower Hill Hillers are 14-2, and they will take on the number 8 seeded Concord Raiders, who are 12-3. Tower Hill, coached by Michael Sachs, crushed Brandywine in straight sets in round 1, and Concord had a bit of a tussle with the Bulldogs on October 17th, needing 4 sets to win. Of course, it's tournament time, different part of the season now. It's not really an indication of how this will go, because anything can happen on any given day. As my phone's ringing in the background, selling houses too as I'm doing this. Chloe Sachs had 16 kills and 10 assists in the first round for the Hillers. Molly Peatlock led the Hillers with 19 assists and added 6 kills. That's right. I sell real estate. MarshallManlove.foxroach.com. Delaware, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. I'm all over the place, man. And they're the Concord Raiders. They are coached by George Carr. They were the Blue Hen Flight B Conference champions and were undefeated in Flight B, but were 1-3 outside of it. They only have 2 seniors on their roster, so keep note of some of the names that you'll read in the box scores this year, because they'll probably be back next year. Lucy Kingham and Sydney Donatello are the Raiders' 2 setters, with Kingham hitting from the outside when Donatello sets. Their libero is junior Gio Rivera, who led the team in digs during the regular season. I didn't count them, but I did go through some of the matches, and she always seemed to lead the team in digs, so I put 2 and 2 together, just not 17, 20, 35, and 14. Didn't put them together like I did with the kid from the Seahawks. She's going to get tested in the back row during this contest, though, and she will serve also for this team. The 4th-seeded Auks will host number 20, the Dover Senators, fresh off their 5-set victory over Cape Henlopen in the first round. Senator head coach Eric Reel looks like he kept his stats secret or something from the match. Still don't know how anybody did. Unless one was there, we have no idea who led in assists or kills. We can speculate, though, that sisters Jasmine and Mercedes Hannum had a lot to do with it. The former is the freshman setter on the left there in this picture, and the latter, the senior outside hitter. Juniors Mila and Malia Milstead are the twin blockers who misdirect kill attempts at the net. The Auks are coached by Jerry McCarthy. Let's get a picture of the Auks up there. His first year as the head coach, junior Ella Strohmeyer, number 17, and sophomore Abigail Im, number 31, due to setting for Archmere. Doing the bulk of the hitting is junior number 32, Catherine Keel, and junior number 25, Cecilia Connolly. Autumn Richardson Peters, number 24, is their mainstay on defense. Let's fix the video again, because I turned my head once again. Froze it all up. All right, there we go. What else do I have to say about this? Oh, yeah. As you can imagine, the Auks' schedule was very tough throughout the regular season. Only 3 matches against teams which did not make the tournament. 2 of those losses were to Smyrna and St. Mark's, 2 of only 3 teams ranked and seeded higher than them in this event. One more matchup tonight. Where's the X, man? There we go. The 12th-seeded Cavaliers of Middletown head up the road to Atad to play the Buccaneers of Caravel, the number 5 seed. The Bucks won this regular season match between the two back on September 16th. They're coming off a tough 5-set first-round match against Wilmington Charter, where freshman setter Madison Zarnecki and outside hitters Elena Dorst and Janice Lumpkin kept busy all match long. They're coached by Kaylee Lumpkin, who has done a great job with this program, for sure. The Bucks are coached by Mike LeClaire, and this team had an interesting season. They dropped 2 of their first 3 matches of the year to Tower Hill and Red Lion, but then gathered momentum, grew from there, beating a tough Indian River squad, and then handing the number 1 seed, the Smyrna Eagles, their only loss of the year. Then a couple of tough matches, 2 games after the Smyrna match. They lost to Padua. And the next loss after that left them 6-4, but they swept their way to the finish, including a win against the number 2 seed, Delmarva Christian. The big hitter there is Layla Glover, and they will get contributions from outside hitter Brooke Holdsworth. Morgan Moxley does the setting for the Bucks. I believe that's Morgan Moxley. I could be wrong about that. Don't kill me if I am wrong. Results from last night. Red Lion falls to Cesar Rodney. The Riders were the 7th seed. Sasha Martisic led the Riders with 9 kills. Red Lion, the number 10 seed, they are out for this year. Ursuline put up a fight against St. Mark's, but fell in 4 sets. No stats available for St. Mark's. We do know that Hannah Kelly led the Raiders with 17 kills. Oh, man, the feed is just horrible here. There we go. So the Spartans move on. It was Delmarva Christian, 3 sets to 2 set winners over Indian River. The Milloway sisters, Ellie and Elena, combined for 37 kills. The Kwiatkowski sisters, Tess and Maggie, combined for 42 assists in this match. A Newark Charter handed Appoquinimink a 3-0 loss, and they advanced to the quarterfinals. Lila Seiler led the Patriots with 8 kills. So the first quarterfinal is set. It will be Delmarva Christian playing Cesar Rodney, and Newark Charter will play St. Mark's. Those are rematches from earlier matches of the year, won by Delmarva Christian and St. Mark's. In football, from yesterday, James Collins kicked 3 field goals, including a 41-yarder in this defensive struggle won by Sally's, 18-16 over Dover. The Sal's need to beat Appoquinimink in their final game of the year to clinch 3A District 1 honors. Dover's 6-4, but they have reached the playoffs. Special thanks go out to Jazzercise in Middletown. One of the proprietors there runs a very active Facebook group page for parents of high school athletes here in Delaware. Kind enough to post up links to their videos that I produced there. So thanks to them. The Pennington School of New Jersey struck first with a touchdown, and then Tower Hill ripped off the next 50 points to claim victory, 50-8. Joshua Hall scored 4 touchdowns for the Hillers, who are now 4-4 for the year. I don't know who writes this stuff. Whoever it was probably hadn't had enough coffee at that point. Other scores. Only 2 of these scores had stats submitted, so there's only so much I can do here. Middletown 42-16 winners over Sussex Central. It was Odessa 14, Seaford 7. Lake Forest rolls over Delmar 49-7. Caravel 42-0 winners over Milford. Red Lion 61 and Woodbridge 16. Laurel remains undefeated. They beat Indian River 56-14. And St. George's beats Cape Henlopen 28-19. So the Division I and Division II boys soccer and field hockey and girls field hockey state tournament brackets were released yesterday. They're all over the place. We're just going to take a quick look at these. I'm not doing the capsules that I did with the volleyball tournament. I don't know as much about the soccer, a little bit more about field hockey, but the 80 hours I spent on all those capsules was a little much for my schedule, which is a little busy actually right now. But we'll take a look here. I blew that up and still can't really see it all that well. In Division II, the number 1 seed is Caravel. The number 2 seed was Indian River. First round matchups, November 8th or 9th, will feature Brandywine versus McCain, Tower Hill and Delmar, Woodbridge and Conrad, Delaware Military Academy, and Sussex Academy. That's in Division II. Here's Division II field hockey brackets. Delmar, the number 1 seed. They will await the winner of a Lake Forest and Woodbridge. DMA, the 4 seed, they will await the winners of Wilmington Friends and Tower Hill. That should be a good matchup there. Archmere Academy, the number 2 seed, and they will play the winner of Sussex Academy and St. Mark's. And Tatnall, the number 3 seed, will play the winner of Newark Charter and Concord. Division One boys soccer brackets look like this. 8 teams make the tournament, with Sally's getting the number 1 seed, Del Castle the number 2 seed. Of course, Del Castle undefeated, as we have noted here. Sally's strength of schedule gives them the number 1 seed. They will play St. George's, the number 8 seed. Cape and Lopin and Appoquinimink, the 4 and 5, will play against each other on November 11th. And Del Castle faces Sussex Central on the 10th, and on the 11th, it was the 3 seed. Wilmington Charter, they're going to take on Caesar Rodney, who is number 6. And then Division One field hockey brackets, 8 teams there. Cape and Lopin, the number 1 seed. Smyrna, the number 2 seed. Top of the bottom bracket, Cape and Lopin will face Milford. The 4 and 5 seeds are Padua and Caesar Rodney. The winners will play the winner of Cape and Milford. Smyrna will host Appoquinimink on the 10th. Wilmington Charter will play Sussex Tech. The Force, the 3 seed. The Ravens, the 6 seed. All those games, the quarterfinals on the 10th, the championship on the 19th. For that. What else do I have in here? All right. So, let's see, it's 10:10 in about 50 minutes. This game is going to take place. It's one I'd really like to see, but I got a last-minute show booking. So after I eat second breakfast, I have to skip 11Z's because it will be about 11 when I eat second breakfast at this point. I have to head up to Connecticut to do a show. Special thanks go out to my wonderful, beautiful wife, Donnie, and my friends Tommy K, Joey V, and those who continue to support the show and say nice things. I appreciate that. If you would like me to say nice things about your athletes, submit an item of interest to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. A special accomplishment, a milestone of some sort, an announcement of a national letter of intent signing or verbal commitment. My dog is running around the home studio here. She wants to play now. I'm going to have to do that before I eat, apparently. Just submit them to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. That's the Delaware Sports mascot, Sasha, who wants to play. Wants to play with her stuffed animal now. All right, give me a minute. I got to close the show. Hang on. I got to say goodbye to all my friends here from the from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware. Enjoy your weekend. I am out to play tug of war with the dog.